One interesting legend that accompanies this story is that of a guy by the name of Pheidippedes, who was believed to have ran from Athens to Sparta to ask for aid, just before this whole event was going to happen. According to Herodotus, who was a historian, Pheidippedes ran about 225 miles in 2 days, which was the distance from Athens to Sparta. Despite making this amazing feat, 225 miles by foot, by himself, the result when he got to Sparta was that, sorry guys, we have a religious ceremony going on right now. It has to wait. We'll come and catch up with you later. So the Spartans could have helped out the Athenians, but they chose to wait. Eventually, the Spartans would send troops, but it wasn't until after the Athenian army had already defeated the Persians. Back to our battle. So the Greek army did it. They defeated the mighty Persians, and all was good. Or was it? Upon defeat of the Persians, the Greek commander, Themistocles, ordered his remaining troops back to Athens, predicting that the Persians would try to attack somewhere else. And he was right. Those Persians in the boats had about a 3-hour lead when the Greek troops started heading back for Athens. And we kind of see that here with our green line, these troops trying to run back to Athens. In the meantime, you've got Darius and his troops on the boat making their way south and around the peninsula, hoping that they could capture Athens from the south instead of from the east. The plan was for them to take, as I mentioned, take Athens from the south. However, as the boats got around the peninsula, they looked off into the distance, and what did they see? The same Athenian army that they had just fought in the previous day was standing outside the city waiting for them. The Athenian troops had ran the 25 miles in full armor back to Athens in order to save it from attack in case the Athenians were going to try to take it from the south, which they did consider. The Persians, in such disbelief, could not believe that the small army of Athenians were able to get from Marathon back to Athens in full gear after they had just won a battle against this huge army of the Persians. At this sight, the Persian army just gave up and turned their boats around and headed back home. At that moment, it was official that the small Greek city-state of Athens had defeated one of the most powerful military forces in the world. But don't you worry, because you can bet that the Persians were not going to forget this loss, and they would be back. Oh yes, they will return. So, the Greeks from the city of Athena, or Athens rather, had defeated this huge military might, the Persians. This successful defense of Athens ensured that the Greek city-state would continue to be an important force in Greece. Which leads us to ask, why the hell should we care if Athens won this battle or not? Well, think about it. What would have happened to democracy had Greece lost that battle? By the time of this battle, democracy had not even existed. So if the Persians were able to conquer Athens, democracy may never have existed. Now let's bring that back to modern day today. More than 50% of governments in the world are based off of some sort of democracy which originated in Athens, Greece. So I ask you again, if Athens had fallen to the Persians, what would our society be like today, do you think? So there we go, the Battle of Marathon. Now what you need to do is take this information from the lecture worksheet and complete the activity. Using the map drawn out on the battle, followed by a summary of how it all went down. Be sure to put it in your own words, this 2-paragraph response. If you'd like to add additional information, pictures or maps, feel free to do so if it helps. But please make sure that, again, your summary paragraph of everything I just said and what you've learned is in 2 complete and well-written paragraphs. Just make sure you follow the directions on the lecture worksheet, and you should do fine. If you have any questions, as always, please feel free to let me know.